Still snowing. Like, that shit's crazy. Still like rain leaves. Oh god. Oh god. I don't even care if it's that cold. It's just I don't know. Oh, so you're gonna start racing. Man, you know I hate that. I just remember it now. Like, uh, for what I did, I had razor bumps. This motherfucker was telling me, you need to put some cocoa butter on that shit. Some white dude, I was looking at him like, because it's like, bro, it's not the fact that I can't put cocoa. I don't know what to do with my razor bumps. Or I don't know what to do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I'm black. I know that cocoa butter helps scarring and shit and all that good shit. Like, are you stupid? Like, I'm black. So I'm saying, like, what the fuck, bro? Like, I don't even want to talk about it. Like, it's just, or I can use a go to the Walgreens or CVS and get scar free. I don't have to put cocoa butter. The fact that you even said that shit to me is like, I can't stand how you do that shit. People that do that shit are mentally ill and racist. Not just racist, but mentally ill. Like, they think that they're inherently better off bat just because they're white and shit. It's like, you're just crazy. You know what I'm saying? You a crazy Ivan. You think he's a god. Ew. It's kind of ew, but whatever. I don't give a fuck. Man, y'all. Interesting, all right. Is it tender? Man, I was making fun. I was making those tender videos. Remember that back in the day? Is it tender? Make sure everything all right. Tenderness. I used to do it all the time. Now on the internet, everybody's doing tenderness. That's crazy. What's going on? See you here. What's going on? Not too crazy. It's so cold in Illinois right now. It snowed in the morning. It's still kind of snowing right now. Man, I couldn't even go live. Yesterday it was so cold. I'm just really tired of like my water being ice cold. I'm thirsty. It's crazy out here. It's crazy. Happy holidays, you know? I'm like rinse pain. Feel pain. We might not be on here super long because I don't got nothing to say. I'm kind of We just chilling like this grassy area, you know. I'm bored, tired. I don't know. I've been trying to. I don't know. I don't talk to nobody. Got no friends. I think everybody hates me. This is a very religious place. Like every time I say trans out of my mouth and shit, like I can hear somebody from the distance. I'm just like, whatever, bro. Not really evil, bro. Yeah, that's why I'm looking for society. People are crazy. Some Dunkin' Donuts I got from last night. If you don't know Dunkin' Donuts, always throws out their donuts. Like every night, there's like a shit ton of donuts in there. Every night. Even that from yesterday. Man, I kind of miss smoking weed, y'all. I wanted to drink so bad yesterday, but I ended up just kind of sucking it up. Crazy thing is, I had an emotional response without the emotions. I started to cry, but like, I was not like sad. I guess I was sad because I started just paused and stared into space, and I was like, man, I really feel like having a drink. And I was like, just standing in space, like, nah, just nah, you know, for multiple reasons. But yeah, I started to cry, like tears started to come out of my eyes, and I was just like, sitting there, like looking into space, like, damn, that was hard. I ain't gonna lie, that was hard, but I basically got over it by laughing, like just watching funny clips and social media. I really want to quit my job. I'm at that point right now in my life where like I gotta figure out another job, or like, I gotta figure out, like another way to make money. Like I gotta do something else. Period. I can't look at these rinky-dink jobs anymore. It's getting to that point, you know. I feel like I'm getting too old for these jobs. You know, I'm not saying there's an age gap on it. I know there's people that are my age, but like when I say that, I mean like you don't really see that many. You see a lot of Gen X. You know what I'm saying? Older millennials. You know, I don't know. The people that work at my job are just they're older than me, or they're like around my age, but not really that many people around my age. You can tell like it's like older people, people in their like later years working there. The majority of people that work in there are like in their 20s. You know, they're in their 20s. So it's just kind of like I don't even work in this job anymore. Yeah, job to job, but I'm kind of done with this shit for multiple reasons. Like I'm telling you, that's why I made the last video, Cancer in the 10th house, because if you're a Cancer, like you might start getting into some sort of astrology. You gotta want to hear my perspective on it because I have my own perspective. If you like what I do, I'm gonna go ahead and do astrology shit because like, I'm not gonna get too crazy with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to just do some basic, the basics. But yeah, I got the Cancer in the 10th house. 10th house is like basically your job, what career you have. It's really broadcasting, so it could be what business you want to run, where essentially what job you have, how you make money. And then and then you have, the sign with the Capricorn, kind of the same thing, but not really. Like into it, but yeah, but yeah, you get the Cancer. When you tell your 10th house, Cancer is more about like feeling. It's a water sign. It's one of the first four zodiac signs. Every four zodiac signs, it changes more to the physical world. So the first four are personal. The next four are more like social, and the last four are more materialistic, or more materialism, or monetary gain, things like that. But yeah, I'm growing my beard back out. It's because I'm not really into performing hyperfemininity anymore. I really don't care, you know. Yeah. Um, so yeah, so I have Cancer in the 10th house, which is crazy because like I had a Cancer friend, and he kind of was into astrology and spirituality a little bit. He was getting into things, um, and based off of him, his situation, he was a Cancer through and through. I'm not gonna lie. He must have had a lot of Cancer in his birth chart, but so I say that too because I use him as a study subject, and honestly, like Cancers are really on some feely shit, you know, and to have Cancer in the 10th house made me realize that means why have I always been good at every job I've had? You know what I'm saying? Like I've been on top always. Why do I have to go that hard? People ask me sometimes, like, why do you work so hard? It's not even that I want to work hard at jobs. You know, I just realized that like maybe it's that the Cancer. I have Cancer in the 10th house in my birth chart, so like I literally like feel a lot of emotion or energy when I'm trying to work. I put a lot of emotions into what I do, no matter what it is, even if I don't like it. Right. So I think that's what it comes down to. I used to be really bad at school. I used to not read on my grade level. They even failed me back in fourth grade for not reading on my grade level. You see, so it wasn't kind of been like that. But as soon as I realized, especially when I was in high school, it kind of showed me that one, that's like AP or special, whatever it's called. People that do above average math classes, and then also when I like was ready to graduate, and I didn't want to graduate off time. I wanted to graduate on time and get out of high school. Like my grades skyrocketed, right? So I can do whatever, you know what I mean? I put my mind to, but it's really just my emotional energy. I have a lot of emotional energy. So I always try to figure out what's my purpose. And I'm tired of going to these jobs, being introverted, being on a mission, and they're just toxic environments. All jobs are just toxic environments. They're just places everybody needs money. So that means nothing. Anytime you're gonna everybody energy, it means nothing. It's just lie out. So chosen ones, conscious people, all that woke. You can't. or work a regular job. But in saying that, I realized I gotta have a job or a career or a business that, in so many words, because I connected to my friend has a cancer, and for him, I just noticed he's overly emotional. Now, because it's in the fourth house, right, which is cancer's in the fourth house, originally, it's like cancer. People think it's like caregiving, but that's not what it means. It means you need to cancers need to have a job that you know, they feel emotionally connected to. In other words, I feel like cancers themselves need a job or a career or a business, which makes them feel good about themselves, So I remember working with a guy. He wasn't a hard worker. He was not a hard worker. So you're not a hard worker. People talking shit. You get emotional about it. So you have a lot of self-aggrandizement. So you need a job as a cancer that makes you feel good about yourself. It sounds kind of crazy, but a job that's like, celebrity type shit. You need a job that makes you feel really good about yourself. But I feel like for me, having cancer in the 10th house, that means I need to have a career, right? Which I can feel not that stuff about myself, but that stuff about whatever I'm doing. I think that's why, like I said, I worked science with me so much because it fed me, in regards to what I believe in. Like even when I was younger, I wanted to be a priest. I really wanted to be a Catholic priest. It's because I was, went to Sunday school and we did the whole Bible study thing, and I was heavy in the church boy. So I started, group of that. So I was really into God and all this. So and I'm just, doing that. At least wanting to. That's what made me get into Rasta. Made me get into, you know what I'm saying? So, I definitely do work that has me, engaging with the work emotionally. That's when I do the most, not the most, but the best work. And the work even speaks to me. Like I can pace myself. You know, so I have to be emotionally connected to whatever I'm doing. It's not something that I gotta do it because it's the best thing to do. It's something to look good. One of the businesses, when I play the good guy, like the savior. You know, hmm I need to be able to play the villain sometimes in my job, type shit. You know? Because it's about the emotional connection. Be more well-rounded as a person in these type of fields. Versus a career or a job where you're constantly just giving and giving. So, but it's so hard because there's so much going on in the world. Me, I've been working at regular rinky-dink jobs, since I was 15, so it's like shit. Mm-hmm. I'm at that point right now. Being trans, have my own. I work at these jobs. It's so toxic. Like, I can't do this anymore. I moved all the way to Illinois from Texas just to have be around transphobes. It's not about you need to support me. It's really like you guys are just stupid, you're immature, and you're probably insane at this point. I'm just kind of tired of it. I didn't come all the way over here to be around fucking crazy ass people. You know? I just didn't. If I was talking to somebody, a normie, they would probably be on some like, well, that's a job, and whoop de whoop de whoop de whoop. But, no. I didn't make this up. This was not something that went aligned with my cancer in the 10th house. I get no emotional gratification. In fact, because of that, the people that go towards it are people that believe they shouldn't have any emotional engagement. They don't feel good about themselves. They feel like they shouldn't feel good about themselves. They don't want to conform to society because society's not real. It's just a leash. You see what I'm saying? So, I think I just need to do my own thing. You know? The problem is, I can be great at everything. I've been great at a lot of things. But it's really about the money. It's all about the money. You know? It's just kind of like slowing the process down. Is there money in it? You know? Because sometimes it's not immediate money. This is not your money. The money's not real. It's a government fiat note. So, you have to remember. You gotta remember that at the end of the day, because the Caesar was his. And your job was his. I'm telling you, what that basically means is like, you're trying to sing to make money, singing might not make money. And if it does, that's a God-given talent or skill. So at the end of the day, you gotta just sing. You stop singing for fun and joy. That's what you're singing because it brings you joy. And it brings others joy. And at the end of the day, that's what you're going to end up doing. You see? You might not get any money from it. That's why somebody said, my rhetorical readers were saying, you can't try. Trying is failing. And they're right. You want to become a singer? You need to become a singer. I'm singing. I'm just trying singing in this. No, you need to. This is how you're gonna become a singer. And that's how all the greats, not really the greats, but anybody that's in the industry or whatever, they do it. They know they can do it. Anybody that's doing anything out here in the world knows they can do it. They ain't just stumble upon being a scientist. Nobody just stumbled upon anything. You know? So that means you're not wise. And people in the industry are going to take advantage of you. You're not going to be part of the industry that long. You see. So, That's what I'm looking at. It's just one of them situations. There we go. It's one of them situations where you gotta do what brings you happiness. You're mostly connected to. For me, it's really hard because right now my emotions are kind of shocked. Because of all that. It's like joining industries and jobs and a lot of transphobia. So right now I'm just doing content creation. My TikTok is Abby Kayyode. Regular Abby Abby. My last name is Coyote. Kayyode. Number 5. Didn't say number 5. It's the number 5. That's my TikTok name. I don't want to change it right now, but I post a lot of trans content. Where it's not enough. TikTok and YouTube and that need like something real. Something that's gonna really give you some money. And like Moment 13, the rapper said, money is something. Money is whack. But I need it bad. I ain't quick. I need cash. Something like that. But yeah, that's how I feel right now. It's weird that every time I eat donuts I get fucking extremely sleepy. Extremely sleepy. But yeah. It's like I need the money, man. Yeah. I don't know. But yeah. About 30 minutes in. Yeah. Then I'm gonna call it though. I ain't nobody alive right now, so. And there's no purpose of me going live. Like, smoking legal, stop making videos too. It's kind of crazy though, right? I remember smoking legal when I was doing the CBD and Delta 8 THC videos and all that. He was dropping videos. I was, like I said, I wanted to drink so bad, but then I was like, man, I kind of wish I had some weed a little bit. So, but I ended up like looking up Smoking Legal's videos and one of his popular videos, and I was watching it. Hilarious guy, super hilarious. He's super funny, but he was just an ambassador, an endorser. He was basically working in marketing. He was marketing for JK District. That's basically all he was doing, and that's why he started making videos. Because I think they stopped him endorsing because like THCA kind of or whatever. I don't know. It just kind of died off, and I guess he stopped making videos because he was just like, I'm not making any money off these videos, so who cares? I know there's a lot of YouTubers doing that. I'm still in the game, but at the end of the day, it's just the fact that like I was making those same type of videos, and then I stopped because I wasn't making any money off of it either. I wasn't getting that much views, so I was just like, forget about it. Who cares? But yeah, I'm just tired of like, I'm tired of putting stuff out there and like getting nothing for it. Constantly like dealing with situations like that. And I don't feel like I should have to go do a certain thing. Like, I feel like I shouldn't have to go be a drag queen because I'm trans and shit. You know what I'm saying? And like, I feel like that's stupid. I feel like I shouldn't have to be, doing OnlyFans and shit because of this. I also feel like I shouldn't have to work jobs because I need money. You know? I feel like I should be doing what I was sent here to do, type shit. You know what I'm saying? You know? That's what I feel like. I feel like I should be doing what I was sent here to do. And that's something to do. You know? That's something to do. It's just hard because you don't really know what to do. Living in a caste system based off of money, and it doesn't really help when you don't really know what to do like that. You know. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna head out. There's nobody on the live. Nobody coming on the live right now. It's all good. I guess just making a quickie. I really didn't want to come on anyways. Thank God the sun came back up. It is so cold, ridiculous. I'm just gonna chill and go on TikTok. I did post a video, content video on TikTok. Edited a movie clip. So I'll see you later. Get about it.